Magandang buhay! Today, we will learn how to add and subtract rational algebraic expressions. We have learned from our previous lesson on how to multiply and divide rational algebraic expressions. At Start Math, students usually learn how to add and subtract whole numbers before being taught multiplication and division. However, with fractions and rational expressions, multiplication and division are sometimes taught first because these operations are easier to perform than addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction of rational expressions are not as easy to perform as multiplication because, as with numeric fractions, the process involves finding common denominators. By working carefully and writing down the steps along the way, you can keep track of all the numbers and variables and perform the operations accurately. For today's lesson, we have this learning competency. Perform operations on rational algebraic expressions. With this, we have the following learning objectives. At the end of the discussion, you will be able to identify similar and dissimilar rational expressions. Add or subtract similar rational algebraic expressions. Add or subtract dissimilar rational algebraic expressions. And lastly, express the sum or difference in simplest form. Before we deal with rational expressions, let's have a brief recall on how to add or subtract numeric fractions. Perform the operation on the following fractions. Item number 1, 3 over 10 plus 1 over 10. So as you can see, our two fractions have the same denominator. Kapag kaganon, ang gagawin lang natin ay pagsasamahin yung mga numerators. So we have 3 plus 1. And then just copy the common denominator, which is 10. So what is 3 plus 1? 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. And then over 10. 4 over 10 can still be simplified by the greatest common factor, which is 2. What is 4 divided by 2? Correct, 2. How about 10 divided by 2? 5. So the answer is 2 over 5. Item number 2. 3 over 10 minus 1 over 10. So kamukha naman kanina, ang mga fraction natin ay may parehong denominator. So gagawin lang natin ay ipagsusubtract yung 3 at 1. So we have 3 minus 1 over the common denominator, which is 10. What is 3 minus 1? You're correct, 2. And then over 10. Okay, so simplify 2 over 10 by the GCF, which is 2. What will be our answer? Okay, you're right. We have 1 over 5. So, ganun na kasimple mag-add or mag-subtract ng mga fractions na may parehong denominators. Paano kung hindi sila pareho ng denominator? Tingnan natin. Item number 3. 3 over 4 plus 1 over 2. So dito, ang ating dalawang fractions ay hindi na pareho ang kanilang denominator. Kapag kaganon, ang gagawin natin ay hahanapin muna yung kanilang LCD. Ano ang LCD ng 3/4 at 1/2? Ano ang LCM ng 4 at 2? Okay, very good. It's 4. Okay? Pagkatapos nun, i-divide mo yung LCM doon sa denominator ng bawat fraction to the numerator. So 4 divided by 4 is 1 times 3, that is 3. Okay, plus 4 divided by 2 is 2 times 1, that is 2. So now we have 3 plus 2 all over 4. So what is 3 plus 2? We have 5. So the answer is 5 over 4. Okay? Paano naman kapag subtraction? Item number 4. 2/3 minus 1/4. So kamukha nung kanina, hahanapin mo muna yung kanilang LCD. Ano ang LCD ng 2/3 at 1/4? Ano ang LCM ng 3 at 4? Okay, you're right. The LCM is 12. So, 12 divided by 3 is 4 times 2, that is 8. Minus 12 divided by 4. Okay, you're correct. It's 3. 3 times 1, 3. So what's now the answer? 8 minus 3 is 5 over 12. Okay? So, yun ang process natin kapag tayo ay nag-add or nagsusubtract ng mga fractions na mayroong magkaibang denominators. How about if we have rational algebraic expressions? Adding or subtracting similar rational algebraic expressions is the same way in adding or subtracting numerical fractions. So what are similar rational expressions? Similar rational expressions are rational expressions with the same denominator. For example, 3a over b and 4 over b. Okay, they are similar rational expressions because they have the same denominator, which is b. Okay, another is negative 5 over x plus 5 and x over x plus 5. And last example, we have x squared over x minus 1 and negative 1 over x minus 1. So these pairs are examples of similar rational algebraic expressions. Let us now discuss adding and subtracting similar rational algebraic expressions. In adding or subtracting similar rational expressions, add or subtract the numerators and write the answer in the numerator of the result over the common denominator. So basically, kamukha lang siya nung kanina, yung numeric fractions. In symbols, we have a over b plus or minus c over b is equal to a plus minus c over b, wherein b is not equal to 0. Okay, so let's try to answer some examples. Example number 1 in adding and subtracting similar rational expressions. We have 3m over 5p plus 7m over 5p. So as you can see, our fractions are similar rational expressions. Okay, because we have the same denominator 5p. So with this, all we have to do is we will add 3m and 7m. And then just copy the common denominator, which is 5p. So what is 3m plus 7m? Remember, when you are adding terms, you just add their numerical coefficients. And then just copy the literal coefficient. Okay, so 3m plus 7m is equal to 10m over 5p. Okay, but this is not yet our final answer because we can still simplify 10m over 5p. Okay, how are we going to do that? Okay, correct. We can simplify 10 over 5 by the GCF 5. So we will have 10 divided by 5 is 2, and then 5 divided by 5 is 1. Therefore, our answer now is 2m over p. Okay? So, ganun lang ang pag-add ng similar rational expressions. So, pagsamahin mo lang yung kanilang mga numerators and then kopyahin mo lang yung kanilang common denominator. And then, if possible or if necessary, you have to simplify. Okay? Let us now have the second example. 8m minus 3 over 6 minus 4m plus 11 all over 6. So this is subtraction of similar rational expressions. Okay? So, kopyahin mo lang muna yung mga numerators. We have 8m minus 3 minus the quantity 4m plus 11. So, kailangan mo, kapag yung ating subtrahen ay binomial or trinomial or polynomial, kailangan lagyan mo siya ng parentheses. Okay? And then just copy the common denominator, which is 6. So ngayon, subtraction. Recall nyo yung rules sa subtraction. Okay, very good. When we are subtracting expressions, we are changing the sign of the subtrahend. Okay, so 4m plus 11 will become negative 4m minus 11. Okay, and then the denominator 6. So paano na yun to? What's next? Okay, very good. We will combine like terms. Pagsasama-samahin mo yung mga pare-parehong term. Okay? Yung pare-parehong may variable, at yung pare-parehong constants. So, ano yung mga yun? We have 8m minus 4m. What is 8m minus 4m? Okay, good. 4m. And then we have negative 3 minus 11, that is negative 14. All over 6. Okay? But this is not yet our final answer, because we can still simplify our numerator. We can factor the common monomial factor. Di ba? May pareho yung 4m tsaka yung negative 14? Okay, correct. Their common factor is 2. So we will factor out 2 and then get the second factor, which is 2m minus 7. Okay? And copy 6. So now we can simplify 2 over 6 by 2 and it will become 1 over 3. So our answer now is 2m minus 7 over 3. Okay, question po? Nakuha po ba? Okay, that's nice to hear. Example number 3. X squared minus 2x minus 7 all over x squared minus 9 plus 3x plus 1 all over x squared minus 9. So again, these are similar rational expressions. So gagawin natin ay pagsasama-samahin mo muna yung mga numerator. So meron tayong x squared minus 2x minus 7 plus 3x plus 1. And then, kopyahin mo lang yung kanilang parehong denominator. Okay? So, this time, we will combine like terms. What are the like terms? We have negative 2x and 3x. Okay? So, negative 2x plus 3x, that is equal to x. And negative 7 plus 1 is equal to negative 6. We now have x squared plus x minus 6. All over the denominator, x squared minus 9. Okay? So now we're ready to factor our polynomials. Our numerator is a trinomial and our denominator is a difference of 2 squares. Okay? So what are the factors of our numerator? Very good. We have quantity x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 2. How about the denominator? Good. We have quantity x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 3. Then use cancellation method. We cancel x plus 3. And what remains is the answer, which is x minus 2 over x minus 3. Okay? Any question? Can we cancel x and x? Okay, hindi. Hindi pwede. Kasi sila ay hindi mga factors. Okay? Meron sila mga kasama. Meron siyang kasamang minus 2 and minus 3. Okay? So, hindi sila mga factors. We can only cancel factors. Okay po? Okay, very good. So, this is our answer. X minus 2 over x minus 3. Example number 4. X squared plus 3x plus 2 all over x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 3x plus 3 all over x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, since pareho sila ng denominator, let's just rewrite our numerator. We have x squared plus 3x plus 2 minus the quantity 3x plus 3. So again, our subtrahend is a binomial. So kailangan mo siya lagyan ng parenthesis. Okay? And then, write the common denominator, which is x squared minus 2x plus 1. Let's simplify our numerator. So here, subtraction, and then we have a grouping symbol. Ibig sabihin, that is our subtrahend. So we have to change the signs of our subtrahend. From positive 3x plus 3, it will become negative 3x minus 3. Okay? And then, over x squared minus 2x plus 1. Now we combine like terms. We will combine 3x and negative 3x. What is 3x minus 3x? Good. 0. So wala na tayong x. Okay? And then we have 2 minus 3. That is equal to, correct, negative 1. So we have x squared minus 1 all over x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay? So what's next? Good. We will get the factors before we can cancel. Okay? So what are the factors of x squared minus 1? Very good. This is difference of two squares. Therefore, the factors are quantity x plus 1, quantity x minus 1. How about the denominator? Okay, this is a perfect square trinomial. Therefore, we have quantity x minus 1, quantity x minus 1. And we can cancel x minus 1. So our answer for example number 4 is x plus 1 all over x minus 1. Okay? Nakuha po ba? So ganun lang ang pag-add or pag-subtract ng mga similar rational expressions. How about if we have the similar rational algebraic expressions? How are we going to add or subtract them? To add the similar fractions, change the denominator into similar fractions by using the least common denominator, or what we call the LCD, and proceed to the process of solving similar fractions. How about if we have the similar rational algebraic expressions? How do we add and subtract the similar rational algebraic expressions? The similar rational algebraic expressions are rational expressions with different denominators. For example, 3a over b and 4a over c. So they are the similar rational expressions because they have different denominators. Another, we have x squared all over x plus 5 and negative 5 over x minus 5. And then we also have x squared over x plus 2 and 3x plus 2 over x plus 1. So if we have examples like this, how are we going to perform operation, addition and subtraction to them? Let's in adding or subtracting the similar rational expressions, change the rational expressions into similar rational expressions using the LCD and proceed as in adding similar fractions. In symbols, we have a over b plus or minus c over d is equal to ad plus or minus bc all over bt. So we get the LCD first and then divide the LCD by the denominator of each fraction and then multiply it to the numerator. Okay? Let's do example number 1. We have 5 over 18a raised to 4b plus 2 over 27a cubed b squared c. So here we have different denominators. So all we have to do is get first the LCD. Okay, what is the LCM of 18 a raised to 4 b and 27 a cubed b squared c? Okay, ano yung LCM ng 18 at 27? That's correct, 56. And then we have the variables. Variable A raised to 4, a raised to 3. Ano ang LCM ng a raised to 4, a raised to 3? Ganito yan. Kapag variables, kukunin mo yung mas mataas na exponent. So we have a raised to 4 and a cubed. What will you get? Okay, that is a raised to 4. Next, we have variable b. b squared. Of course, we have to take b squared. And lastly, we have variable c. Okay, so this is now our LCD. 56, a raised to 4, b raised to 2, c. So ilalagay mo yan dun sa baba. Okay? So next is, you copy the numerator. And then proceed to dividing our LCD to the denominator of each rational expression. So unahin natin yung 18, a raised to 4b. Okay? So what is 56 a raised to 4 b squared c divided by 18 a raised to 4b? That's correct. We have 3bc. Next, we have plus 2. So divide our LCD 56 a raised to 4 b squared c by the denominator of our second rational expression. What will we get? That's right, 2a. Next is simplify the numerator. 5 times 3bc, that is equal to 15bc. 2 times 2a is 4a. All over our LCD, 56 a raised to 4b squared c. And that is now our answer. Yun na yun. Okay? So, ganun lang yung pag-add ng mga dissimilar rational expressions. Una, syempre, hanapin mo muna yung yung kanilang LCD. Kapag ka nakuha mo ng LCD nila, i-divide mo yung LCD by the denominator of each fraction and then multiply it to the numerator and then simplify. Okay? Good. Example number 2. 2x all over x squared plus 4x plus 3 plus 3x minus 6 all over x squared plus 5x plus 6. Okay? So dito, ang ating denominators ay parehong trinomials. Okay? So paano mo kukunin yung kanilang LCD? So syempre, kailangan muna ay kunin mo yung mga factors nila. Okay? So we have 2x over the factors of x squared plus 4x plus 3. Ano yung mga yon? Very good. We have x plus 3, quantity x plus 1. Next, yung ating pangalawang expression, rational expression. So, copyin mo muna yung numerator. And then, get the factors of the denominator. What are they? Very good. We have quantity x plus 3, quantity x plus 2. Now, we can see the LCD, the least common denominator of our two rational expressions. What are they? We have x plus 3, x plus 1, and x plus 2. So, yung tatlo. Okay? Yung x plus 3, huwag mo nang kunin ng isang beses pa. Kasi pareho lang naman siya eh. Okay? So, kunin mo lang yung mga LCD. Okay? So, we have x plus 3, quantity x plus 1, quantity x plus 2. Okay? So now you copy the numerator, 2x. And then divide the LCD by the denominator. So makakancel yung x plus 3, makakancel yung x plus 1, patitira x plus 2. Okay, can you follow? Good. Now, we have the second numerator. We have quantity 3x minus 6. And then, divide the LCD by the denominator. We cancel x plus 3. We cancel x plus 2. So what remains is x plus 1. Then we simplify the numerator. Okay? So, we have 2x times the quantity x plus 2. We get 2x squared plus 4x. Okay? Next is binomial times binomial. So for you to get the product of that, you can use FOIL method. And we get 3x squared minus 3x minus 6. Okay? So now we have this. Let's combine like terms. We have 2x squared plus 3x squared. That is 5x squared. And then we also have 4x and negative 3x. 4x minus 3x, that is x. Correct. And then we will just copy minus 6. And then for the denominator, copyhin mo lang yan. And that's your answer. Okay? We have 5x squared plus x minus 6 all over quantity x plus 3, quantity x plus 1 times the quantity x plus 2. Or if you want to simplify that more, if you want to simplify your denominator, your answer will be this. Okay? So that's it. Third example, a plus 2 all over 3a minus 9 minus 3 minus 2a all over 5a minus 15. So here, we have to get first the factors of our denominators. Okay, so copy a plus 2 and then get the factors of 3a minus 9. By the way, why did we just copy a plus 2? Okay, correct. Kasi prime na siya. Okay, tama. So ngayon, ano yung mga factors ng ating 3a minus 9? How do we get the factors? Correct. We get the factors by factoring the common monomial factor. And what is it? Good. We have 3. And then, the second factor is a minus 3. Okay? Next, minus. The numerator is 3 minus 2a. Okay, very good. We will just copy. And then, for the denominator, okay, good. We get the factors of 5a minus 15 by factoring the CMF. We get 5 quantity a minus 3. Okay? So now, what is the LCD? We have 3 times 5, which is 15. And then, a minus 3. So the LCD is 15, a minus 3. Okay? So next, copy the numerator, a plus 2. And then, divide 15, quantity a plus 3, divided by 3, quantity a minus 3. So a minus 3, a minus 3, cancel natin. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay? Next, minus quantity 3 minus 2a. So, ganun pa rin. If divide mo yung LCD doon sa denominator. And we get 3. That's correct. So now we will simplify the numerator. Quantity a plus 2 times 5. Good. We have 5a plus 10 minus, okay, 9 minus 6a. We multiply 3 minus 2a and 3. So we get 9 minus 6a. So remember, no, kapag ka ang ating subtrahend ay polynomial, binomial, trinomial, or polynomial, you have to put parentheses. Okay po? So now we have this, ayan. So paano na niya kasunod? Okay, very good. Since this is subtraction, we will add the additive inverse of our subtrahend. Meaning, we will change the sign of our subtrahend and then proceed to addition. So yung ating 9 minus 6a ay magiging negative 9 plus 6a. All over our LCD, 15, quantity a minus 3. And then we have to combine like terms. We have 5a plus 6a, that is 11a. And then 10 minus 9 is equal to positive 1. All over 15, quantity a minus 3. That's it. Okay? So, pwede ang sagot nyo dito ay ganito. Pwede rin yan. Okay? Simplify mo pa yung denominator. Okay po? May tanong tayo? Okay, wala. So, ganun lang yung pag-add or pag-subtract ng dissimilar rational expressions. Okay? So, kailangan kunin mo muna yung LCD nila and then yan, proceed ka sa adding or subtracting similar expressions. Okay? Okay, let's summarize. Adding or subtracting similar rational expressions. To add or subtract similar rational expressions, we simply add or subtract the numerators and copy the common denominators. As simple as that. When we are adding or subtracting dissimilar rational expressions, we express each with similar denominator. So we get the LCD. And then we add or subtract the numerators and copy the common denominator. So, yun lang. So that's it. I hope you learned something from this video lesson. Okay? So I hope you know now how to add and subtract rational algebraic expressions, either similar or dissimilar. So with that, I thank you all and I hope to see you next time. God bless.